All right, so this lesson we're going to talk about similarity transformations, and we've done transformations before, but this is using dilation. So before we looked at all congruent transformations. Now we're going to look at similarity. So these aren't the same size, but they are the same shape if they're truly a similarity transformation. And that similarity transformation that we're going to be talking about is called a dilation. So we have two types of dilation. We have a reduction, so something is getting smaller, and an enlargement. Something is getting bigger. So an enlargement, like I said, is that it's getting bigger and the scale factor is greater than 1. So it's a scale factor of greater than 1. And when we do scale factor in this lesson, we're going to do the new image over the old to get our scale factor. In a reduction, the scale factor is less than 1. So here we're determining whether figure A to figure B is an enlargement or reduction. So we're going from this triangle to this triangle. So we can see it's getting smaller, so that would be a reduction. And then find the scale factor. We're going to do one of the new lengths, and you can do any length. I usually use the straight lengths on here so that I don't have to worry about decimals and such. So I'm going to use this one. So the new is 2, and the corresponding length to that here would be this one, which would be 4. So my scale factor, let's go back. My scale factor would equal 2 over 4, and we do want to reduce that, or 1/2. So you can see that that 1/2 is less than 1, so I've done that right. So my two answers are the type and then the scale factor. So here, from A to B is an enlargement. The new side, let's use this side, is 3. The old side was 1. So reducing that, I don't really have to reduce that, but it's 3 over 1, or 3 is my scale factor. I'm going to let you work out these next two examples in your notes, and then you can go to this part. So a photocopy of a receipt is 1.5 inches wide and 4 inches long. What percent should the receipt be enlarged so that its image is 2 times the original? So if I'm copying something and just push the copy button, it's going to give me 100%. So if I want it 2 times the original, it's going to be 2 times that 100%, or 200%. Is what I would plug into the photocopy machine, and then the new dimensions would be twice as much, so 1.5 times 2, 3 inches, and 4 times 2, which would be 8 inches. So the new dimensions would be 3 by 8 inches. So here, if it's 400%, then it's 4 times what it originally was. So if the original was 4, its new would be 4 times 4, or 16, and 7.5 times 4 by 30. So 16 inches by 30 inches. All right, so the last part is this verifying a similarity after a dilation. And notice it says first graph, so we want to make sure we graph. And then verify. And this verify is that, we've seen this before, is where we show the math of it. So see here. So here's our original. -6 and -3, is where m is. N is at 6, -3. This is my original. And -6, 6. So there's my original. And my new is at -2, -1 is my D. F is at 2, -1. And G is at -2, 2. So it's not asking whether it is similar. It's saying it is, but what we want to verify it. So we want to show that. So I want to show that the new, the ratios are all the same. And here really we would only have to do 2 sides, but I'm going to do all 3 just to show what to do if it's not, if it's in square root, because on your homework there's more than the slides are slanted on there. So this length here from G to D is 3 over 9. We want to verify that that equals 4 over 12, and that equals, so we had 3 squared plus 4 squared, so this length of GF by Pythagorean theorem is 3 squared plus 4 squared, 9 plus 16, which is 25, so square root of 25, over, and I know that's 5, but again I'm going to leave it in there because on your homework you don't get a true, a pure square root, so it's like not equal to, it can't be square rooted to a whole number. And then ON is 4 squared plus 12 squared, or 16 plus 144, which equals no, this should be 9 squared, sorry, plus 12 squared, which equals 225. So we're checking to see, are these all proportional? Is this true, or we're verifying, not checking because we know. So this is 1/3. This reduces down to 1/3. This reduces down to 5 over 15, which is 1/3. So that's checking. They all check out. So your math is the verifying on that. We could also cross multiply. So 9 times 4 and 3 times 12, 36 and 36. And then same with 5 and 12, which is 60 and 4 and 15. So on there, you're going to graph it, and then this was in reduction. Say what type it is, and then verify it. And it is similar. So if you have questions on that, ask me. Thank you.